This is the brand new Orbea Oiz, and that's the 2023 edition with the XTR. So it's a top-end model, all but the SRAM electric version, which is one above it. This has got Fox 34s, so it's 120 treble, front and rear. It's got the integrated cabling for the rear shock, so the lockouts on the squid lock still, as with the last model, where you got your climb trail descend and then you got your dropper there. A couple of things have changed. They've made the back end a little bit chunkier, and they've changed the shape of your seat stays there. Your chain stay looks a little bit chunkier as well, and they've got a nice little rubber bit down there to stop the mud. They've put a slightly chunkier bearing in there, they say, for more rigidity through the back end. But to be honest, I found the last one pretty good for rigidity and control. This one is slightly slacker, so it's got the 120 travel. The last one version, you were able to get the 120 travel as well, but this one they slacken the head angle by about 1 degree. They've gone for a threaded bottom bracket. I think a lot of people have been asking for threaded bottom brackets again. Now again, I didn't really have an issue with the press fit. It worked quite well for me, but there we go. Hopefully it works even better then. Yeah, as I say, 1 degree slacker on the head angle. It's got the Orbea's new MP30 team wheels, nice and wide. I've set them up tubeless, so you can see a bit of sealant there still. Now I've gone for because it was still winter here, I wanted to get out and try it out, so I've put a nice big chunky Syria on the back, and I've put a big chunky Mazda on the front. I won't keep it like that, that's just for the mud. But that front tyre is about 1 kilo, and the Syria is not far behind it in weight, so that's affected the bike's overall weight. So 120 travel, we've got a Fox dropper, we've got everything on it really. I haven't put the bottle cage on yet, but I've put some chunky pedals on. I like the support on these, although they are a little bit heavier than some alternative. You've got your Garmin mount built in there. It's quite a nice little neat solution, and you've got some grease here, but you see how the cables go in right in the headset there, and on the last model they went in on the frame about here. Now I thought the last one looked just as tidy, but I found that the routing they've done there, when you turn the steering, it stops here, which I like, but it doesn't snag. So because it pulls around with the steering, you can have the cables nice and short without them pulling, without them yanking. So I quite like that. That's a nice little touch, I think. I really like the stem. It's got the bolts on the underneath to torque it up, and at the top it doesn't have any bolts at all, but it gives a really nice clean feel. Yeah, so back to the weight. So this is 11.2 kilos as standard, with chunky pedals, with big chunky tires. Now the weight saving I'm going to do first is obviously the tires. That's going to take a huge amount off. That'll get it into about 10.5. They say you can get this below 10. I'm not sure how you do that. I mean, it's got the 120 travel Fox 34s on the front there. I think they must be doing that with a 100mm fork, because I know you've got the option to down it to the 100. So maybe it's because of that, and maybe you have to take the dropper away, who knows. But I think it's quite easy to do if you did that. The wheels are pretty light, but you can get lighter, but these are really nice and chunky. So yeah, there it is, 2023 Oiz. I've only taken it on the road yet, so the next video is going to be an update. I'm going to get the GoPro on, I'm going to take it out. It's 1 degree slacker on that head angle, and I really like trying to climb up really steep banks, so I'm hoping that doesn't affect its climbing ability. But I'm going to report on that and get back to you soon.